Hi, everyone. I'm Gary Shorman, and this is Forward Ever, Leading in Challenging Times. And you never know quite where you're going to find leaders, but I found one down in Augusta, Kansas at the Twisted Oz Motorcycle Museum and Emporium. Is that it? Is Emporium the right word for it?
That works.
Yeah, my guest is Kelly Maudlin, and Kelly runs this operation that has, I don't know, I'll say hundreds, but there are just some beautiful bikes that are here from all eras. Kelly, what's your oldest bike?
1905.
A 1905, and is it rubber band driven or what's actually powered?
That is belt driven.
Belt driven, and you don't call it rubber band.
No.
Don't call it that. What
Just
kind of
belt-
engine is
just
in
belt
that?
drive? That's a single.
Single. Well, you have these old bikes here. It's just so much fun to take a look at them in a museum and do a part of that. How did you get started with this museum, Kelly?
I've just been on motorcycles my whole life, and just a dream to put it together. And thank goodness, everything always comes together.
One bike at a time?
One bike at a time. And then my dear friend Jerry Ottaway, him and his father Herb, had a wonder bike collection, one of the best in the world in my eyes. And when we started doing them at gym, Jerry just said, "Hey, what would you like?" And we just continued to bring bikes over, and just made a very nice museum.
It's not only just the bikes in the museum, but some of the other memorabilia. I'll step off to one side here and you can see some of the background here. You see everything from an ice cream shop back there to all sorts of other little, I'll say, odd items or special items
Yeah.
from different eras of whether it be motorcycles or just history.
We got the gas-powered pogo stick that Chance built, one of the most dangerous toys in the world.
Hold on, gas-powered pogo stick.
Yeah.
Does it have a rope start? How do you run that deal?
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to try that yet.
You put fuel on it, you jump down, it ignites it, and then shoot your ass back up.
That sounds like that could be a problem.
Could break an ankle or something, but they was made in Wichita. So we got a lot of Wichita-made stuff. The Valentine Diner, those diners was made in Wichita up until the early 70s and delivered all over the United States. And yeah, we just like our local history, anything that's old and cool.
So if you come to Augusta, you come on the highway going east, which is Highway 400, and you get to Augusta. You're off the road a little bit, but you can see that big motorcycle sign up there,
Yeah.
with a motorcycle hanging in suspension over there. What are your hours for people to come down and take a look? Because it's just fascinating to see all the history that's here.
We're open from 10 to 4, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if somebody's coming through from out of state, just call the museum number, and that rings to my phone, and we'll make whatever we can work for you.
So Twisted Oz is the name. You also have a Facebook
Yes.
presence, so
Yes.
you can go online for doing that. So the inspiration keeps right on going because we just witnessed, and you'll be seeing this in some of the photos that are out here, but we just witnessed a rolling motorcycle. And you've been a participant in the Cannonball. In fact, you have a shirt on that talks about the Cannonball from the last time through. You do that, and you see not only old motorcycles, all of these are 100 years old.
Yes.
That came rolling through, and you'll see the pictures of them. There's a lot of smoke, there's a lot of noise, but to see the motorcycles from that era actually out and running, and they're just not running around town, they're
Yeah.
running around the country. So you ran in how many cannonballs yourself cross country?
I did 4 cannons.
4 cannonballs, and was everything perfect on those cannonballs?
No, but man, I had a perfect time. I enjoyed myself, and I never once got a perfect score because I don't take life seriously, and it works out for me.
I can tell that, and you see by the friends that you've collected along the line. Last night we had the group in, and you served what, 100 and some people, some of the best steaks in Kansas, I heard.
Yeah, a little over 100, and thanks to Gary with Alive to Ride, he helped me out, and so did Mr. Jerry Ottaway. And yeah, when you have people come to Kansas, we want to show them what we're about, and we don't treat anybody different. Just we treat them the way we should.
You had a bike in back that there's a great group of Kansas motorcyclists who ride the old motorcycles, and George Unruh and his sons put together. They were in the back, so you just loaned out a place in back for them to start working on it.
Yes.
What does it take to keep an old motorcycle like that running across the country?
Oh man, you just got to baby it the whole way, and They're old motorcycles. You hope you make it all the way, but if not, you figure what it's going to take to fix it, and you just keep on moving. Main thing's not to give up, even if you have to be trailered in the next day. Hopefully somebody else has a part that you can borrow, or a hardware store or something, and you just keep your bikes moving as much as you can.
That's what it takes, is that teamwork. And you see that going across when you see all the different teams that are out here helping each other out. They work till after. I mean, I went to bed. I don't know if you stayed up all night,
No.
Kelly, but they're out there working all night. One rider took his bike back to his home and I think switched out an engine last night, if I understand it right. But they worked hard on that to keep these motorcycles going. So there's some video of all the bikes leaving this morning. They're not quite halfway through the country right now. They started on the East Coast. They worked their way through. They were in Branson night before last, here last night, and then they go to Dodge City tonight, and then they get to tackle the mountains. And it's one thing to be riding an old bike downhill. You start riding up those mountain passes, and that becomes a whole different adventure. So,
Yes, very true.
and so, are there certain bikes that do better than others on this kind of route?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you got the Henderson four cylinders, and it's pretty much a cakewalk for them. I mean, you still own old motorcycle, and things happen. But when you got a four-cylinder Henderson, you're almost guaranteed to make all the miles, and without a lot of effort.
Those sound smooth. They pull in and they sound like little jet engines.
If you close your eyes and have them pass you, it's just like an old bi-wing plane just coming down and buzzing you. Just a beautiful sound.
Old Harleys aren't so much that way.
No, they just splatter you with oil as they're passing you.
Kelly, we're going to take a quick break here. Going to come back and talk about something you and I are both interested in, and it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. And so we're going to be talking about Alive to Ride and what it means to get your PSA checked. So hang on, we'll be talking about that. We'll take this quick break, coming back in just a few minutes.
Since 1776, the United States of America continues to stand tall. It's been tested before, many times. Through grit and the ability to move forward, we create better tomorrows. We help our clients live their best lives to and through retirement. We make it easier. Thank you, Kansas. Worth Wealth Management, enhancing lives and strengthening families.
Welcome back to Forward Ever, leading in challenging times. We're at the Twisted Oz Motorcycle Museum, Emporium, and all-around fun place in Augusta, Kansas. If you haven't been there yet, this is, I don't do many of these live on the scene type deals. So we'll see how this all works. So if you're out there, let me know what you think. But it is kind of fun to be out here and actually see all of the bikes you have. If you're out running around, you get to the Wichita area, you like old motorcycles, you like really old, cool things, you have a whole 2 buildings full of these things. And so you have that. So come out and take a look at that. But you and I both are involved. You see my shirt, Alive to Ride. Alive to Ride was set up because both Kelly and I have had the experience of prostate cancer. The idea behind that, and I found out while I was on one of these rides that I had prostate cancer. And it's one of those dates that you remember when you get that call from your doctor. Our goal with Alive to Ride, and Kelly, you've been a big help with this, is to just make sure you get your PSA checked. If you're a man, 45, 50 years old, you go to the doctor, and I don't know how you found out about yours, but it was a PSA check that caught mine.
It's all about early detection.
And 1 out of 8 men, I mean, I think there's 4 of us here, so you and I take we take it for the other guys here in the room, but 1 out of 8 men actually will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. And so you want to catch it early. You want to be able to do those right things. So if you're out there, log on to alivetoride.org. You can go check that out. I have pictures of my docs. I get pictures of your docs. So they're pretty special people that help with that stuff.
Very, very.
All right, Kelly, thanks for joining me today. Thanks for all you do to show all of this amazing stuff, because I know it's a lot of work for you. The last 24 hours has been a full bore, go full speed. Even the ice cream was good last night. I have a couple of friends in the background here. I think they had more than one, though. I think they did. So, hey, thanks for listening to Forward Ever, leading in challenging times. We're live from Twisted Oz. Hope you can get a chance to come down and see this great museum in Augusta, Kansas. Thanks for listening to Forward Ever. It's brought to you by Worth Wealth Management. I'm Gary Shorman.
Thanks for joining us for Forward Ever, Leading in Challenging Times, presented by Worth Wealth Management. Join us right here next week for another episode with host Gary Shorman. Until then, remember to move forward ever, backward never.